Well, it's a beautiful Sunday morning here in Alpharetta, Georgia. And of course, that means we've got some exciting Smite for you today.
Gore said that you both have been playing Smite for an incredibly long time, and Mike said, we're the old fellas. And I said, maybe that's a good podcast name.
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty good.
How, or are you just going to have a nameless podcast for all time?
Well, right now it's named Aurora and Mike Have a Podcast.
And I think there's a world where that's actually a decent podcast name.
Yeah.
Aurora, do you feel like you and Mike have
Podcast?
do you feel like you have a podcast with Mike? This is great.
Yeah, I do.
Do you feel like
No,
your guard is down now?
I'm talking about my wedding vows. I just said I do.
Mike, do you promise to sit and host and talk with Aurora through all metas, good and bad, through all moments, happy and sad, through all support types, mage or guardian? Do you promise to be his podcast host for all time?
I do, but also that was pretty impressive.
Oh, I'm going off the head. I forgot what I said. Already.
That was really good.
Surely there's some actual analysis to be done here. Aurora, do you feel like your guard has been let down a bit now that you're a podcast host with Mike over here? Do you feel like your mentality is I want to run at him more, or do you feel like you're going to let off right at that pivotal moment?
The guards have been down the entire time. What can I say?
Yeah, we're doing some hard-hitting analysis here. How about you, Mike? You got a podcast with Aurora now. Does that add a layer of aggression to your play style, you think? Or are you going to, you got the sword on the throat, you're about to end the set, or are you going to stand back a bit because the guy on the other side?
I'm in the process of transforming a little bit, so no more aggressive play style for me.
Really? So would you attribute a lot of that to Aurora?
No, it's just time for change,
Understood. I don't know who won the day here. Don't worry, we're not going to pan down or shift down. I don't know what all the proper terms are.
Oh, God.
Mike's right. No, we're keeping it right here. Don't worry. We were anxious about clothing. Mike's got slides on. What do you call these?
Dudes.
Boots?
Dudes.
Those are not boots.
Dudes.
Dudes.
Dude shoes.
Who's got the more comfy footwear on today?
Says dude shoes is Scream's dad.
She says dude shoes. We love Scream's dad. I don't know here. Fist bump. Best of luck in your matchup today. We got some real hard-hitting analysis out of this one.
Fist bump each other.
Yeah, fist bump each other.
Oh.
Knuckle touch, as Charlie would call it. Any final words for your opponent?
Good luck. Have fun.
Okay, thanks.
Nice. This was a great one. Back to the desk to start this one off.
Different reasons after the last few games. Jungle is where I'm keeping my eyes. I think it's where you should keep your eyes as well, but they should also be glued to the screen because it's time for game number 1. We got Dave and Mifflin to take you through it.
That's right. Let's kick off this Sunday in Smite Pro League action with Jade Dragons against the Styx Ferrymen. We got a lot of great information from that pregame interview, Miff, and I'm not sure if you listened to it, but
I didn't. Run it back. We'll buy some time here.
oh man. Okay, there actually wasn't that much great information.
Oh, cool. You lied.
But there was wonderful interaction between Polar Bear Mike and Aurora, two longtime competitors, become friends, become podcast hosts with one another.
Well, what's the name of that podcast?
What did we land on? I think we literally landed on Polar Bear Mike and Aurora have a podcast. That's the name of their podcast.
That's very meta. It's going to be really hard to self-heal, and that's exactly what Sino does.
Gold Fury is pulled by the Dragons, but it's taken by the Styx Ferrymen. A disaster for the Dragons early, and it could get worse if Sino finds a kill, which he does. The vote goes up and over thanks to the airstrike. And he'll trade back 1-for-1 in the kills, and really a very quiet first 11 minutes of this game, but vote walks face first into a stun and some damage from Cyclone Spin.
On regroup, have spotted out the Fury now, down to about 50%. But look at their positioning. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get in there. It's burning fast.
Baskin gets stunned. This would be a great pick for the Jade Dragons, but Baskin will dash away. He'll be fine for now. Little CC out of Dardez. Just forces the tanks back one last time.
Oh, I hate that. I didn't even realize.
And it's reset. Oni Fury pulled by the Jade Dragons. Dash away from Vote. Aurora knocked up by the Typhoon. Lasbra maybe with his first of the game, and he's got it. onto Aurora. Now the Styx Ferrymen down to 4.
It's under.
But the health bars of the Jade Dragons not quite healthy. Lasbra is going to dash away. Styx Ferrymen still close by. Double pull from Baskin. Might bring this fight back. Shoves Vote to the side, and an Undying Love necessary for Mike. Might just keep the Jade Dragons at full strength. Though Mike has maybe just flipped it back. Paul has got damage for Vote. And suddenly Mike drops as well, and the duo lane of the Jade Dragons has been dealt with.
Jade Dragons on the retreat. The Oni Fury now pulled once more by the Styx Ferrymen. It's only Nika nearby.
Nika dashes in, doesn't steal the Oni Fury away, and will leap out to Lasbra as a sense of safety. That was a 5v4 effectively, because Baskin had times this game. Half of the kills the Styx Ferrymen have been onto the relatively safe Jingwei. We'll need to reset once. Fire Giant pulled by the Styx Ferrymen. This is what I mean when I say threat. It can burn quickly. Nika is in his ultimate. Lasbra's found the backline. Cyclone Spin is knocked up. But the Jade Dragons steal away the Fire Giant. And if they can live, it's a massive swing here in game one. Cyclone Spin sends out a bit of damage to the Dragons, but really only Paul is healthy enough for the Styx Ferrymen to stick around and fight. It was a steal from the Dragons. They didn't do much on the back end of it, so.
They got a Fury and a Pyro.
That's right. Haven't seen the impactful Fire Giant. I guess that's not fair of me to say. They completely reset the gold lead, so they did a lot off of it, but maybe not as far as team fighting, map dominance. Nika dashes forward. He'll CC out some of the Styx Ferrymen and excavate through from Baskin. Separates the fight. Firebolts chasing down the Jade Dragons. Paul steps forward. Why wouldn't he? He's got plenty of damage. He's tanky enough. And the Dragons can't compete. Obviously, full build at the 30-minute mark. Fire Giant begun by the Styx Ferrymen. Take a look at Lasbra. He's going on Paul, but simply not doing enough. Paul has just flipped the damage around. It's a killing spree for Paul. And I'm saying he soloed Lasbra. I know he had help around him, but
didn't need it.
Paul does all of it. This enhanced Fire Giant may be a bit easier for the Styx Ferrymen now. Nika knocked up by Baskin. Suddenly, death raining down from Cyclone Spin. And another early Undying Love. Dardes uses both actives. There's no damage on the follow-up, but Baskin's got CC. And the other carry of the Styx Ferrymen notches his 4th kill of the game. Cyclone Spin's been on a tear alongside his mid lane counterpart. And the Fire Giant stands, but only 3 members of the Jade Dragons.
Got no impact on it. The Styx Ferrymen love their odds in the fight.
Provided the Dragons don't steal this one away. The Ferrymen maybe on easy street for the end of the game. Fire Giant enhanced for the Styx Ferrymen.
But so long as the Jade Dragons are doing something somewhere else, which in that situation, just not the case.
Now, Miff, I've been wondering if teams would start picking up Emperor's Armor because sieging has proved difficult. Aurora gets it early, and we're not worried about the siege then. Maybe now it's helpful. Typhoon simply deals with the HP shield, but Paul can continue to just own Lasbra here in game one. Sino takes a chunk of damage, but simply not where the focus needs to be. Or once he gets into range with that Emperor's Armor, sieging will be a bit more easy for the Styx Ferrymen. There goes the mid lane. Bird, a shove back onto Nika, and this actually might get worse for the Jade Dragons. Nika, though, lives. Barely. Vote does the same.
Step up to him, and I still can't figure out an answer. It might be the bans. The bans might be the answer.
I guess. I mean, the Baba Yaga is a clear problem in game one. If the Ferrymen are able to close this one out, that's something the Jade Dragons must assess. Quick work at the right side, Phoenix and Tier 1 tower just prior to that.
Take the Tier 2, expose the last remaining bird, and grab themselves a pretty easy Fire Giant, it would seem. Jade Dragons, even if they wanted to defend, they're out of range now. This one's going to go down absolutely for free. So it's base defense time.
Mobile bit of vision in behind the Styx Ferrymen here. It's just going to be a reset. No Baskin, wow, he's taken some chunk damage. Will receive some burst healing. Middle Phoenix respawns in the Jade Dragons base. Paul continues to step forward here. Baskin does have teleport if he feels like his health bar is a bit too low for the siege.
I think he's just fishing for a pull now. Left side bird taken. And the Jade Dragons.
Phoenix should go down quickly. Again, Mike and Laz, they are linked together. Maybe now Mike under threat of just being chased down by Paul. Lasbra's got damage. This is the lowest we've seen Paul. But Paul's still got his actives. Paul will get out alive unless Nika has continued chase down. Again, this is still where Cyclone Spin can go big. Right side Phoenix now falls. Sino has played second fiddle, it feels like, this game. This is a collapse from the Styx Ferrymen. Jade Dragons overextend on right. Paul has not been sundered, but Dardes has been dealt with, but so has Aurora on the other side. Are the Styx Ferrymen worried about it? Appears no. Vote, Mike, poked. Nika, shredded. Baskin nearly gets a pullback. Oh man, the Titan has just taken so much damage from the fire minions, but Vote has got a kill on Asino. The Styx Ferrymen got to double back. The Jade Dragons have done enough to defend their base for now. Jade Dragons, all 3 Phoenixes back. One more fire minion wave on right, no more on left, no more on mid. They've defended from 3 Phoenixes down. Now the game becomes a coin flip. Who can poke better? Who can team fight better? Styx Ferrymen have dominated the team fights. The first 30 minutes of this game, things have slowed down in the last 15, but the Jade Dragons done enough. That's the question. Vote can swing, but haven't been able to see it. Been dove and poked too heavily. Fire Giant
Gone.
goes to the Styx Ferrymen. Jade Dragons still hanging on to just that one important team fight. Now the question of
Kill the
siege.
Titan around the Dragons, but that's such a significant part of the team fight for him that how do you get to the Titan without using it?
Mike, Laz, they're linked. Might have a free avenue into Paul. Paul shredded down to half.
Goes.
Asunder makes its way into home sweet home, and the Dragons on defense have killed off Baskin. They've dealt with Sino, but Lasbra in some serious trouble. Bad geometry luck for Paul, who flips it around onto the jungler of the Jade Dragons. Nika stunned in place. Cyclone Spin sends out some poke. The Dragons in a 4 versus 3. Minute left on EFG. And Lasbra and Mike.
This is the strat right here.
I know. Lasbra and Mike, they link up. Paul doesn't have beads for 35, but does have Aegis. Ward coverage. There's a specific avenue right up the middle here that Lasbra and Mike can traverse. 6,000 gold lead, and all 3 Phoenixes down, didn't matter. Jade Dragons able to pump the brakes, stall the game, look for a pivotal fight. Nika's lost out on his beads on a good pull from Baskin, an attempted push. Goes awry as Nika goes golden. Roar's got his bubble, and he's just searching. He's going to find.
Did he see him?
I'm not sure he spotted them. I didn't see a ping.
He
doesn't look,
fake cleared it?
and he doesn't look like he's looking at that harpy pit. You know,
Oh,
it's not like he's
no.
backing away, staring at it. So Laz and Mike are still, by my bets, unknown. Just walk into the Fire Giant pit. Cyclone Spin. Sino, Paul in trouble. Sunder hits!
Early.
But Cyclone Spin takes to the skies. Lasbra shredded by Dharmic Pillars, but Cyclone Spin will fall nonetheless. Hence Fire Giant slowed.
Poor
Dardes,
Dardes.
just been left alone. The rest of his team has stepped forward, but he knocks up Basket and sends him aside. Paul has killed Vote. Paul has gone on a solo mission, but Lasbra has done the same. Titan is down to half HP, but the Phoenix has respawned. Fire Giant's up in 10 seconds. We're going another minute until these carries respawn. Fire minion waves, their efforts were fruitless. Mike, Laz, once again, will rotate behind the Styx Ferrymen. Cyclone Spin just immediately to the sky. Man, Typhoon just didn't get the value this time that the Jade Dragons have needed. Polar Bear, Mike, dealt with by Cyclone Spin. That's got to be an opening now. But Lasbra's gone back in. So is Nika. Baskin tossed aside by Dardes, and it's a double kill for Cyclone Spin. Vote with the airstrike aggressively into the back line. Sino has cleaned up the dual lane of the Jade Dragons. Paul will end this game at 7-0. A triple kill for Cyclone. And at 52 minutes, the Ferrymen finally take game.
Nearly hour-long battle. Able to close this one out. It took 15 attempted Titan sieges, maybe 6 or 7 Fire Giants, but finally, a team crowned victorious in the first game of this best of 3.
I'm thinking Lasbra still takes the Fenrir, but it could happen.
Well, we'll see what they can do. It's another jungle matchup I'm keeping my eyes on here in game number 2. Will it go 50? We can only find out with Dave and Mifflin.
Jade Dragons and the Styx Ferrymen, they go the distance in game number 1. The Ferrymen, 6,000 gold lead at the 20-minute mark. Stolen away Fire Giant from the Jade Dragon. Myth effectively resets the game. Nothing, or empty, and the other means pointless. So I guess same point, different outcomes. Sino sends a brutalize towards Lasbra, but Dardes rotates in from mid. It's a fight over the red buff. First blood ends up dropping, and it's there for the Jade Dragons. Cyno nearly had enough damage, but it's the rotation through from the Hera that makes all the difference. I'll let you think about it. It's the Gold Fury pulled, quickly burnt, and taken by the Jade Dragons. Now, my goodness, look at the damage on the other side of the fight. Argus, double knockup. But there's still maybe a chase down here from the Styx Ferrymen. Aurora will not ult his team taking a bit of damage. Pyromancer not contested by the Styx Ferrymen. However, there might be a fight after the fact that the Ferrymen are interested in. Mike beats out of the Ragnarok. Argus again on top of 2, but Baskin can continue to roll this fight. One more pull, excavate, kill for Cyno, but Lasbra starting to swing, it's not enough. The Styx Ferrymen will find 2 in trade for the Pyromancer. Descent into Madness really disengages the rest.
Get him out of danger. Here's your opportunity now. Styx Ferrymen, they pull the Fury.
Nika, set into Madness, the Primal Fury is low. Can the Styx Ferrymen disengage, or actually are they even concerned about it? Ferrymen get the Primal Fury, and now we're gonna see what happens in the fight after. Aurora's gotta leave, but so does Cyno, so does Nika, so does Mike. Neither team healthy, but watch out. Way around the backside of this fight is Lasbra. Pyromancer in the game for the Jade Dragons. Jade Dragons will get it. Runic Bomb picked up after the fact, but now Mike has jumped on, uses the cleanse, won't have it for this Ragnarok. Could be another one onto Mike for the Styx Ferrymen. And the Brutalize plus Aurora will seal it. That is now the 3rd time we've seen that trade.
Down this hell. Just have not loved what we've seen from PBM so far. And clearly the Ferrymen have.
Argus finds the back line. Boat has to dash away, however. Nika goes in, but is Nika gonna get shredded? No, he's not. The polymorph from Darda is massive at the beginning of this fight. Lasbra's found Paul, but Lasbra will find death on the other end. Paul stuffs him, and the Styx Ferrymen have killed off the jungler of the Dragons, but it's a trade back. Dardes will get the Ferryman's ADC. Not without Descent into Madness. Aurora's got ult. Paul's got a couple charges. Ragnarok is back. Fire Giant is at half. Is this the moment? Is the double shove enough from Baskin? The Fire Giant's been reset, but Cyno's alone. The damage dealers of the Ferrymen not here. One is still dead, and Paul was back in base.
Repull.
And the Fire Giant not fully reset. Still at half. Baskin does not have Excavate. He might by the end of this fight, however. A dash through from Paul. Sends some damage towards Nika.
It's
Fires low. Flip your coin, and it lands Dragons. There may still be a fight, however, on the other side. Vote will surge forward. It's Royal Assault on the confirm for the Jade Dragons.
Could be what breaks open the doors of this game, finally.
Aurora still
Solidified lead. Unless
Lasbra will use his ult, but gotta be a kill here, you imagine. And so,
that can't happen.
With 2 minutes left on the Fire Giant buff, one of them will be without your jungler. All that worried about it. Would love to even the score of the Pyromancers in this game. Both Runic Bombs gone from the Jade Dragons. Mike yet again jumped on. Oh, Vote! I don't think he knew Cyno was going to be over the wall, but Cyno actually out of this fight with the Ragnarok.
Gotta run.
It's a good look for the Jade Dragons. If they can find a kill, they should on the Baskin. Lasbra will leap forward. One more knockup, one more auto. And right as the Fire Giant buff is going to fall off, the Styx Ferrymen lose their solo. Unfortunately walked too close to FG as it respawned and now does not have his bubble for 50 seconds. Will it matter? That's the question. Lasbra nearly dealt with. The snipe! Oh, Cyclone hits him! And Cyno's not worried about his bubble when his team is making plays like that. Here. It's a stun rolling through on Nika. Baskin eating a lot of damage on the front of this fight. Styx Ferrymen get the FG. It's standard. The Dragons happy just to be close by.
Good cleanse.
Immediately in and out of the Ragnarok. The Aurora's ulted forward, not that far forward. And a grouping of 4 Jade Dragons around PUBM will disengage. Lasbra's just been picked at the pivotal moment. Styx Ferrymen, are they rotating through mid? Keep your eyes on the Horus portrait. Looking like a bit of a pump fake. No, actually, just a step forward into the Phoenix line. Runic Bomb's down. It's sudden. It's swift. But there may be an answer from the Jade Dragons. Out of the door they go. Oh no, Lasbra. He's low. Cyno's gotten the kill. It's the Jade Dragons who are baited in. But Paul, he still cannot fight. Nika will finish off the Styx Ferryman mid laner. Dardes is in the back line with all of the Styx Ferrymen. Maybe he's on the front line. Maybe still snipes from Cyclone Spin. Vote, Mike, Nika, they'll live.
2 trade should put the Styx Ferrymen in a position that this Fire Giant will go their way. PBM, Nika, they're in.
Mike has a Runic Bomb, but the Styx Ferrymen can reset the FG. They do it perfectly. This tends to be where these games break wide open, where the Dragons feel like they have to contest the FG. And in turn, it's just going to result in a couple more kills for the Styx Ferrymen. Baskin grabs it, Vote back to his ult.
But they're dead for so long. I think you're right, Dave. It's time to start maneuvering
With
the map.
Aurora's ult, you can quickly go to the right side Phoenix.
He's bringing the minions with him, too.
Is he going right? Is he going Titan? He looks like Aurora is going to drop his team right on top of the Titan. And the Jade Dragons base defense
Where
hasn't
the rest
been enough.
of them?
No! The rest of the Ferrymen did not
missed
take
the
the
boat.
avenue in. Sino's too low.
What?
And the Styx Ferrymen brought no one to the party. Towards a base siege. No snipes from Cyclone Spin doing anything. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they got it anyway.
Oh my goodness, that bird. Sad about what has just happened.
It's all about Nika. It always has been in these team fights. Gonna
Aurora?
need it once more.
Over towards mid Phoenix. He's going to drop right inside of the base. But again, it's just Aurora. I love the idea. Doesn't really make the Jade Dragons think twice. They can just group up and back up. These
Time to run.
Phoenixes simply melting. Aurora playing Separator. Nika, he's alone in the Descent into Madness.
They're out. That's easy.
Again, Styx Ferrymen are able to delay it. And now watch the reinitiation. Nika D-transforms. Still damage out of Vote. A little bit connecting onto Sino. Most of that through Dardes. Pretty quickly. Not going to give up too much for this. Jade Dragons. Only fire minions on right and fire minions in the other two lanes. Nah, it's going to be 20 seconds too soon.
I don't know about
You were close.
20 seconds. Call it 15. You know?
On the respawn.
Shut up, man.
The fire minions now make their way into the base. But the Jade Dragons, they're just going to be able to clear these. So the Ferrymen have just got to choose their moment.
Okay, they're
Just
in the
go
room.
ahead and fight. Argus finds Paul in the back. And suddenly he's
Lazra on
got to
the
get
chase.
away. Lazbra will kill him through the beads and Aegis. But it's a 1-for-1 trade. And you've still got your ADC. You've maybe still got your opening if you're the Styx Ferrymen to close out this game. Lazbra so pivotal. He's died 6 times this game. The Ferrymen have had answers for the Bakasura. Apparently the Titan has answers for the Ferrymen. The Ferrymen don't like this look. Just going to reset the Phoenix on left maybe. Sino does it, but Sino's alone. Same time, can make a big impact. EFG easy for the Styx Ferrymen. Back into the kitchen long after the bus is left. Say, Mom, Dad, I missed it. I'm sorry.
I need a ride.
I need a
please.
ride.
A while, I'm thinking.
Paul steps forward. Sino jumps in. Nika in the back line. Paul again,
Oh, is
dashing
he
away.
dead?
Paul's got both of his actives. Sino uses Aegis. Baskin! Oh no, he's been dealt with!
Oh, the D-transform!
But he lives. Baskin can reset. He has a teleport.
Either. There are your opportunities. One bit of CC connects. Can't be Baskin because Vote can dash out. Phoenix, the exact same. The Jade Dragons have not concerned themselves
How is
with their
this-
avian friends a single time.
Never mind. Nope. We're calling the end of this game, Miss Styx Ferryman. Got 38 seconds on their EFG. Here you go. Yeah,
Okay.
you
Titan's
both have
hurt.
some space. Here
What's
we
happening?
go. Now maybe the Styx Ferrymen are able to walk in. The Jade Dragons have some fight back. All the
It's so
damage
low.
onto the Titan. And in 46 minutes in game 2, the Styx Ferrymen will 2-0 the Dragons.
It is tough to end in this game. Not when Vote is doing that much
Suddenly
damage.
that portion of the standings is looking a lot more interesting. Speaking of the standings, that win for the Ferrymen puts them in good company all around, right? Trying to shoot for first, that is the goal right now. First from each division goes straight to Masters. Everybody else has to play for their seeding in the playoffs.